What's up, everybody? It's Nerd Den. It's Friday.
Nerd Den.
Woo! What's up, man? What's up, guys?
Hello.
Andrew, Zach, Doc, Avery.
Hello, hello.
Welcome, welcome.
Hi.
Man, what a busy week. God. Are you guys ready for the end of the year yet?
Coming very, very quickly.
It's coming way too quick. It's way too quick.
I know. And we're like entering the time of the year when all of a sudden my children are home a lot more often than usual because they're out of school, right? You know, and it's like go play in the yard, kids. Daddy's working. Get back down in the coal mine. Daddy's trying to trade shit coins. But yeah,
good.
I love my kids.
Yeah, I love my kids too. I'm just glad they're in bed because I'm getting, it's past 8, kids. Go away.
Yep.
It's the adult time. It's time for the adults to go to sleep.
Yeah. It's time for Dad to look at cartoons and stuff. Go to bed.
Yeah, I want to look. It's time for us to talk about comic books and nerd
yeah. Yeah, real adult things. So, yeah.
So, speaking of real adult things,
yeah,
I wanted to talk about something I found out this week that I thought was rather
Drew,
interesting.
we always knew and we support you.
It's okay.
I know you got it, Doc. I was going there, and you got me. You beat me to it. Great job. Welcome to the club, sir.
So, for those of you not familiar, Marvel published a 4-issue series back in the 90s called Marvels. It introduced a lot of comic book fans to the works of Alex Ross. It was one of the very first fully painted series, and it was Kurt Busiek and Alex Ross did all the art, all the painting. And there was a issue 0, so technically it's 5 issues, but it was a deluxe format comic with a transparency overlay. I mean, it was very, very pretty when it came out. One of the books that Richard gave me was the complete ultimate collection of Marvels.
All right.
And going through and flipping through it, in the back, Kurt Busiek dug up and found the original 4 pitches to Marvel for what they wanted the series to be.
Really?
And the original pitch was for 6 issues. Okay? And Alex Ross was not going to be the only artist on it. He was going to start it and he was going to finish it, but they were going to have 2 other artists do the in-between issues. And hey, Dusty, and the 2 artists shocked the ever-living crap out of me, because had it happened the way they originally pitched it, it probably would have been a completely different project. I mean, it's Marvel's, like his DC work, Kingdom Come, is up there on the top of comic book stories, beautiful art. It's a combination of a good story and beautiful art. And it would have been different had the pitch that they originally done happened, because it was more of an anthology type of book is what they were pitching. The 2 artists were assigned or attached to the project, including two painters that we all know. One of which was like, okay, yeah, in the 90s or in the 80s, whatever, 90s, he was famous. But the other one would probably shock the ever-living shit out of you.
Joe Jusko, and who else?
Nope, not Joe Jusko, but close. Okay. Ray Largo.
Okay.
And take a guess at who the other guy was. And just know that if he had done this project, you would have been fucking blown away.
Mark Texeira.
Nope. Painters. Still.
Oh my God.
Nailed it. Brian Stelfreeze and Ray Largo were the other 2 artists that were originally.
Dude, what?
pitched.
Oh, what happened to what the hell?
I think they reduced it down to 4 issues instead of 6,
Mhm.
and I guess Alex Ross said, "Then let me do the whole damn thing."
What a book that would have been.
Imagine what that would have looked like. Now, granted, this is back in the 90s. This was before Brian Stelfreeze was the Brian Stelfreeze we know and love and admire.
He was great in the 90s.
Freaking awesome. He was. But could you imagine Marvel's would have been something completely different had
Mhm.
2 other artists been involved? But damn, I would have loved to have seen it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I read that and I was like, excuse me, what? What? It's one of those, if it only ever happened, how cool would that have been?
Yeah.
But
that's awesome, man.
Yeah. And
That's,
Avery nailed it. Avery knew exactly where I was going with that too.
I know. Good job.
But, yeah. Little comic book trivia that I found very, very interesting. By the way, are you aware that somebody has started a class action lawsuit against Netflix for the Jake Paul and Tyson fight?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, $50 million class action lawsuit because it was glitchy.
Well, 68 million people were watching it, so
I thought it was more than that.
Oh well,
maybe globally it was more.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, then you have like this, like Andrew is one user, but really we saw it, which is like 6 or 7 people. So
yeah, there were a lot more eyes on it, but from what I understand, the class action lawsuit has to do with the quality and not the fact that most likely the fight was rigged.
It was totally rigged.
Right.
It was totally rigged. Like after the fact, like I saw some of the supposedly what some of the contracts said, and like then you saw the punch. Like there was a bunch of punches. Where he Tyson went in and then like pulled a bit, like went in and then kind of pulled it in and like pushed him off. Like, I mean, he could have knocked the shit out of him.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the reach. And sometimes I saw that, but sometimes I just thought it's like if he's having to lean in and he pulls back, he knows he's going to get clocked. But yeah, you're probably right. They got paid.
Yeah, there were a couple where I was like, that guy's chin was out there and like not covered, and yeah, it was pretty obvious. Like hindsight, and because I was really depressed after that. Like that was the first thing that actually made me feel old, because he looked so bad in the ring. But once I saw like it just doesn't work, because all of his test footage, all of his like training footage, he was a fucking killer. Like even if it was short bursts, even people were like, oh well, that was a few years ago, or oh he had that thing in June. Like but he still has the speed and the power. Like he could have knocked his ass out. So
he had an ulcer.
That's not the era. That is not the era we're in. We're in the era of social media stars.
Yep. That's I mean, that's really
kind of sad.
Hitting the nail on the head is
like,
authenticity is not as important as viral ability.
Yeah, this is very true. That is the future for sure. Unfortunately, I think that's pretty much the way.
And that's why I'm rolling out my new online persona.
super clownish behavior.
Super derpy.
Super derpy.
Has anybody watched the first episode of that new Dune Prophecy show on HBO Max?
No, I forgot, and I need to.
We watched it. I didn't realize it was going to be like a Sunday night show, so we watched it on Monday, and I'm definitely down for it. I'm interested.
Cool.
It's supposed to take place. Well, the funny part is, it's supposed to take place 10,000 years before the Dune movies that you're familiar with.
Yeah.
And they have all the same damn technology.
Because after the Butler-Tyrian Jihad, which was when they ended the whole thinking computer thing, see, all the Bene Gesserit, there's like different factions that came together. There's the Zen-Sunni, which were like nomadic wanderers. They became the Fremen. You have the Bene Gesserit.
Well, the Fremen were mentioned in the show.
Yeah. Well, maybe this is a little bit after that, but if you read the prequel novels, because there's this whole time period about the Butlerian Jihad when when the like this AI on Earth basically was like, fuck you all, I'm better, I'm just gonna do what I need to, right? And but out of that came this need to, one, be able to do space travel without computers. The Bene Gesserit were kind of like a different offshoot. So there's like the Guild, the Bene Gesserit, and the Fremen were all born out of this like critical mass kind of point. So I think that I'm down. I want to watch it.
Well, the first episode focuses mainly on that sisterhood, and it's interesting. So we're down for it. We're cool. But the thing what I meant about technology was like there was a scene where two people were battling, and it had they had the armor that lights up blue and red. And it's like, oh yeah, they still had the same technology 10,000 years later. They never made it better.
I think that's that's one thing I didn't like, was this light up. Like, I know who's good and who's bad.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But it was interesting. It was cool.
Cool, man. I still haven't watched the second movie because the cat puked on the stereo, and I refused to watch it without good sound.
Who's going to rush out this weekend and watch Wicked? Everybody. No. I drove to Whataburger to pick up dinner tonight, and the parking lot of the movie theater, which is right next to the Whataburger, was packed, absolutely packed. And I'm like, Mike's already told us we're going to go see it not next week, but the week after. He's got to give it time for him to have a free schedule. But we went and saw Red 1. Which, if you have small children, Todd's kid's age is probably too young for movies still. Mm-hmm. But if you have children, it was fun. There were a lot of curse words in it, though. There were, some shits and stuff. Notable that I'm like, this is a fun family movie. And then they say a curse word, and I'm like, guys, there's kids in the theater, But literally, we were the only ones in the theater.
I don't even know what Red 1 is.
Me either. I just looked it up though.
Yeah, it
is a rock. Is that
Chris
Evans. I definitely won't watch that. Yeah.
Chris Evans, The Rock, Lucy Liu.
Simmons. Okay. Wow.
Lucy Liu, who by the way is 55 years old, still looks good.
Oh god.
For a 55-year-old.
Wait, who?
Lucy Liu?
Lucy Liu. Charlie's Angels? Yeah, she's 55. But she still looks good. But it's like a holiday family comedy type. It's very much like, what if Santa Claus was a superhero? I mean, it's very similar to it's very superhero-ish. But it was fun. It was fun. We enjoyed it. We had a good time. But it was me, my wife, my son, and my mom and dad. We were the only ones able to make it. Mike invites us out to movies all the time, and he extends it to the whole family. And my sister and her husband were working a game. My nephew was working. Ayla couldn't make it because she had something else she was doing, and Raphael was working. So everybody was working on a Wednesday, so it didn't happen. But it was cute.
That's cool.
There was a young lady at the theater who always comes over and talks to us, a friend of Michael's. And after she left, I'm looking at Mike like, dude, she's very nice. She's very, she's cute, And he looks at me and says, yeah, Dad. And she's married. And I go, okay, well, never mind. Thank you for putting me in my place. Forget it. I'm not going to say any more. But still trying to hook the guy up, Go at his pace, it'd be 40. Yes, Todd?
I picked up a little eBay shop.
Oh.
Tiny little eBay shop. Because I have, I've got, it's actually, it kind of backfired on me, and it's fine. It's actually a good thing, but you know, Body Bags is like one of my all-time favorite limited series. Jason Pearson. I met him. I talked to him. I got him to come over to my college with Stelfreeze. I saw him work on Body Bags a little bit, like on the roughs. So and just the style is like right in my zone of like what I do. So I'm like, fuck, it's so good. That run, there's like he has 2 runs. He's got Blood and Guts and he's got Body Bags, and those are 8 comics, and they're my favorite, like seven comics, and they're my all-time like they're up there in my top 10 runs. But so I have the comics. It's like 4 comics, but I never want to, and I have the little graphic novel thing, but I never want to screw with those because the comics I want to keep cherry. They're like my prized possession, and the little graphic novel, which is like 4 issues or whatever, it's not in the best condition, but it's signed by him and he passed away. So I'm always like, oh, I want to look at it, but I don't want to look at it. So I was like, you know what, fuck this. And I went on to eBay and I went and I bought issues 1 through 4. So I found someone who was selling 1 through 4, got a great deal, super cheap, totally fine. Got it to me, and it arrived. They arrived, and they are cherry mint,
Nice.
like cherry, like 9.8s, like 9.6, 9.8. I was like, fuck, like really, really good. But it's kind of like I have to get over it. It's great, but it sucks because like they're meant to be reader copies.
Oh, right. You can't.
I was expecting them to be a little beat up, so I could like not worry about it, and they're fucking cherry. I'm like, golly. Like I had to sit there. I actually sat like yesterday. I took a little on my lunch break. I took my old copies and the new copies and examined each one to see which ones I was gonna keep in my little cherry mint side. I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? So I'm pretty stoked though. It's such a good book, man. I know every panel by heart, and I never get tired of it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now that Kickstarter did end at a little over 133,000.
It did, yeah.
Yep. And they're still taking orders, by the way.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we'll see if how much money I have at the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
Or what was it? An art book or something, right?
Yeah, it's I'll show it. You want to see it?
Yeah, we looked at it the other night. I was just trying to
remember,
did. Okay.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's freaking amazing. It's a great book, and like I placed an order, and I wanted to do a couple more for Andrew and Avery, but I just couldn't spring it. So
yeah, they didn't do any multiple copy bundles,
They didn't really do a good job of it, but they had on the checkout, when you can do add-ons. They had an add-on that was a second book, but there was no discount on it. Right. So I was like, well, if I have to order a second book, like that's cool. And I was like, well, maybe I can get it, and then I'll just order it again, to have one, because I figured either you or Avery would want it. But I just couldn't swing it, man.
You just don't love us enough. I understand.
I don't love you that much.
I knew it.
Yeah. But I would, it's probably like super worth it.
Yeah, I was really impressed with the art. I'd never seen it before when you did like the breakdown.
Yeah, what's really, he was one of those guys where I tried to avoid because I drew a lot like him, and a lot of that was just his influence on me, and I didn't want to copy. But the good thing was he always he changed his style pretty quick. Like the reason those 7 issues are so important is because he focused on this as a style. But when he did it for Body Bags, when he told me, I asked him why he changed his style up, because basically after that he changed it to no detail and really animated. And I couldn't stand that style. I understood it because it was very much like Batman the Animated Series, and it was still his style, his technique. But it was the rendering that I really loved, because he had this really blocky style, but he would render it almost like realistically. So it just had this crazy chunky, organic but not thing to it. Here, I'll show you one of the pages that one of the samples they just pushed out. But after that, yeah, he got really animated, and it wasn't really my bag. And I asked him once, I was like, why did you change? And honestly, I think he put so much into body bags and into that style, but especially when he drew body bags, like I think you'll see, if I remember correctly, like he drew his rough layouts really small, but the rough layouts were like finished illustrations that he blew up and drew it yet again for the comic because he was trying so hard to make it the best he could, right? But basically that style put him so behind on deadlines. Like he was just like, I can't be I need a deadline style. I'm going to lose work because I'm always late because I can't draw this much. And so he simplified it. So we get the benefit of, I got, the benefit to kind of keep the style, but
yeah, he moved on and did covers for Robin and a bunch of stuff, and he used that more cartoony style, and that was probably because he had to he had to hit deadlines and so forth. So,
yeah,
that's a pretty picture.
Isn't that awesome? Like this was apparently pre Body Bags in 1995, so this was him designing the character. But like, you see, I don't know if you can tell however big it's on your screen, but like, let's see, can I zoom in? Oh yeah, I can zoom in. Hold on, not well.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah. But like, you see what I mean? Like his, wrong window. Like, let me see his. Like, if you look at the shoulders and stuff, like, do you see how it's like super angular, but then he renders kind of realistic?
It's almost like a prelude to, if you think of like the early cell shaded video games where they've got that really thick line, but it's not completely smooth polygons. That's kind of what it reminds me of. No, I love this style. I think it's cool.
And he was the first dude to draw like these giant fucking treads on the bottom of the shoes. I was like, oh, that's so cool. I totally stole that. It was one of those things I'd never seen a comic artist like draw the shoes like really realistic and have these giant treads on it. I was like, oh yeah, of course they have.
Yeah, treads. That's true, man. There's a lot of shoes in comics. There's a lot of kicking.
Yeah,
shit like that.
But it's just like, the way he just renders. Like I said, it's very simple structure, like very animated, simple structure. But then he rounds out the muscles with like. The shading is very organic. It's very unique. Nobody draws like this. Yeah. Very, very few. Because you either go fully animated, usually, or you go the opposite and go fully like realistic. Very rarely do you. I think he's the only one that I ever saw that did this, where it's like this combination.
Man, the cross hatching is so precise that it was down on her shoulder blade. Like dude. Even it, like you could tell that. It's not just like his style, it's just the way that he thinks. Like it's this straight, it's like very precision, straight lines. The way that the highlights versus the shadows on the braid and stuff like that were very super symmetrical. But it's like this, I really appreciate the art after you showing that the other week. This is super cool.
This is the cover to the graphic novel, but it's also going to be the cover to the. Let me move this over here a second. This is also going to be the cover to the artist edition.
Her expression is so good.
Yeah, like his women are always a little cartoony, but like, look at that. Like, do you see that? Like I just look at the rendering. I'm like, like it's super chunky and super angular and like not human. But still so
human. Many details. Even like the weave on the belt, it's like one of those woven kind of belts, like that's something that you usually wouldn't like. Who in the hell would take the time to texture a woven belt?
Right. You got the hands in it.
I really can appreciate this a lot.
Yeah, he was so good.
Very, very precise inking and shading. Like,
and he did all this. Like that's the other thing too, man, is like if you and the guys kind of know, like it's one thing to be able to draw, right? But he inked this himself too, and those inks are pro inks. That is a professional ink job.
No, it's really great.
That is just nuts.
The shadows on the windows they're all so perfect. Like this is just the thing that it's like animated, but it's perfect. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I'm pretty blown away. It makes me want to go back and find a way to read the series and appreciate it.
Yeah, man, his series is great. It's hyper violent, and there's nothing like there's a couple shots in there. It's not like terrible, but there's some shots in there that you could not get away with today. Like there's no fucking way. Like no way. Unless you're like adult fantasy and don't give a fuck.
Yeah, baby.
So Doc, are you getting in on that Magic Eden drop?
I don't even know about it.
The Magic Eden coin or whatever it is?
No idea. I'm so like, for a guy who's here every day, I have generally no idea what's actually going on.
I feel you. Dusty, you gonna do the Magic Eden drop?
I haven't got that far yet.
I mean, I assume there's like some qualifying stuff. You have to have had an account for a certain age.
Probably. It's
traded.
Probably traded stuff.
Yeah, see, I don't do a lot of trading, so anytime that stuff comes out, I'm just like,
yeah. I don't know.
What's up, dude? So I talk to my dog.
So cool, man. Now I'm looking at art.
Well, share it with us.
They added that movie Abigail to Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been wanting to see it because I'm a big horror movie fan.
Is that a horror movie?
Yeah. It's entertaining.
Okay.
It's about a group of criminals get hired to kidnap some rich person's daughter, right? This little girl who's a ballerina. And it turns out her father supposedly like the big bad nasty crime boss, and they're like, oh crap, what do we do? This guy's hitman who kills people is the worst, but it turns out she's the hitman, and she's a vampire.
Sweet.
And so she's tearing through them. It's amusing. It's not.
It was
scary.
entertaining.
It's fun. Yeah,
it was definitely entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
I liked it.
They spoiled the twist that she's a vampire in the trailer.
Yeah.
Was that the whole thing?
Yeah.
It's not it's not really. I wouldn't call it a twist.
Well, it could have been. You know, it could have been, but they were like, nah, we gotta make people want to come see this movie, so they showed a lot of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
I haven't seen a good horror movie in a long time.
Watch the new Hellboy.
I know you've been telling me that. That looked great, so I really want to see it.
Like the comic is one of the comics I actually don't have. It was one of the Hellboys done by Corbin, but you can find an animated motion comic of it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even think I think it was fan produced. Even I've watched it a couple of times, and this is actually pretty close in a lot of ways. A lot of it's there. It's really good. I like the new Hellboy. As far as being a Hellboy adaptation, it's the best. It doesn't have the production that the other ones do.
I just think it's incredible that they like continually make Hellboy movies, and there's tons of different styles and all kinds of shit. Like,
now
that's pretty cool.
That one didn't get mass distribution. It wasn't in theaters, was it?
Yes.
It was. Okay.
I believe it was, but it's the best one so far.
I hate to say it, it looked a little horror movie-ish to me. Is one of the reasons why I probably wouldn't. Yeah, but see,
it's a horror movie with Hellboy in it.
Right.
This isn't a comic book movie.
I mean, that sounds pretty fucking cool. So
It's a horror movie. Think of like those Conjuring style horror movies, but with Hellboy in it.
Yeah, I'm not
That-
I'm not a
that
fan
era.
of those type of movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
No, my wife and my son like those movies, and they go see them together. I skip out on those.
Well, yeah, Wicked is more your speed. That's true.
It's true. It's 100% true.
oh god, Andrew.
Like, that One Direction dude, when he died, I'm like, oh, I bet Andrew's sad.
Yeah, I couldn't have pointed those guys out of a lineup, so I don't know for sure.
Wow, a 9.9 New Mutants 87 first appearance of Cable, sold for $7,500.
What?
9.9.
Wow. Wish
That's
my edition wasn't the second printing. I could use that.
Well, and a 9.9 is like
Yeah.
a perfect.
I mean,
book.
like mine's like the one I've got. Well, I don't know. It might be a little rough, but I thought, as I recall,
Yeah.
it might have been pretty good condition.
Dude,
All right, guys.
back
Quick question. Go ahead.
Back in
first.
the day, that book shot up to like $50, then became worthless, like 50-cent bin material all day
Mhm.
long,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's worth something again. Wild.
Did this one finish?
It did. Guess how much?
I think when we looked at it, it was at like 370 million or something.
Not 370 million.
370,000. Sorry, I think is what we saw it at.
Yeah, maybe. What do you think it sold for?
700.
Okay, Avery, what do you think it sold? This is the very first page, very first appearance of.
I have
of Deadpool.
no idea. I'm sure it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
I'd be curious who would have spent that money for that.
Dude, Bitcoiners.
And where do you display it? How do you frame it? Where do you put it in your house? That type of thing.
In the bathroom.
The bathroom, yeah.
Okay, it sold for. Hold on. $960,000.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Dude, let me say
almost
something.
a mil.
I
Yeah.
fucking hate the way that he draws Cable's face. It is so annoying. It's like this guy clearly is supposed to be older. He has these gray streaks or whatever.
Yeah.
And he looks like a little baby boy. And I fucking can't stand it.
He looks like a
You
little baby
want to
boy.
know why? That's his face.
You're right, dude.
Rob Liefeld's faces are his face,
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's right.
and that was very young Rob Liefeld.
I'm trying to find the
I
cable
totally
page.
see that.
The cable page. This is a cable page from New Mutants 87. This is the last page of Cable's first appearance. So it's not Cable's first appearance on the
Yeah.
page, but it's from the first book.
I mean, this is better. At least he's like his brow was
God, it's
furrowed
so
and
up.
stuff.
Fuck.
But I mean, like overall, like Cable's an awesome character. But yeah, that's better than compared to that last panel. But still,
Yeah.
I know it's like his creation or whatever. But it's just like I don't know, man. Something about
Yeah.
it just always.
And this went for 81,000.
Damn. Now, were these still in Rob's possession?
I think so, yeah.
Oh my god.
I would guess. I think it is because there's these pages are there, like these pages are there for sale, and so is his very first comic book that he did as like a 11-year-old. That there's like
Yeah.
10 copies in the world of, and it's like,
Wow.
who the fuck has that? Like, obviously Rob Liefeld
Mhm.
has that.
Mhm.
So he just cleared a mill, I think, for his own work.
Good for him.
Yeah, dude.
I would not have paid that, but that's okay.
I understand these pages being valuable, but almost $1 million. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
For the back of his head, and then the last panel, just someone you want to slap. Not that one, the $900,000 one.
Dusty,
The first
Dusty,
appearance.
did you recently acquire some original art?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
First-
Yeah.
The very first drawing of Wolverine just sold for $240,000.
See, that's like so lopsided to me.
Yeah, I know. That feels accurate, and the first appearance of Deadpool does not to me. But well, to be fair, that's a sketch. That's not the actual page. But
Mhm.
Bisley's sold for $10K. We got to redraw this. We got to use this as a cover for Devoid.
Okay.
You know, it would be funny is if he had a hand like going up in the air with dollar bills, and there's a caption box that points off screen that says, "I'm not a stripper."
I still think it'd be funny if that was Heinous.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, that would be yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's basically getting punched in the dick, which is
Yeah.
his face.
Okay. We need a reason to put Heinous in the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the next
And that-
Devoid, is it going to be a
Yeah.
continuation of the last story wise?
Not really.
Kind of, sort of, but not really. Like, there's going to be a jump, so it's not going to be completely sequential.
Okay.
She's going to have her big man arm in this one. And we're
Right.
not going to we're not talking about like why yet. But it'll, I think it'll be her, and Avery wanted to do her and her first meeting with her introduction with Finger Blaster,
Okay.
which I think is pretty funny. And so I think the story we came up with is like the little. I mean, we did it really quick, but I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't
No,
there.
that's okay. I think it's our fault, man. I didn't know you were on the
All good.
fucking
All good.
email. Always,
I think,
always-
but if with the man arm thing and then the heinous thing, and she looks like a pretty butch type character personality profile.
yeah,
It could be a funny like inner dreams kind of thing or something like that, where she's like taking out the object that's pissed her off so much, personified sort of thing,
yeah. Well, she's also like an incredibly masculine female, so which is really funny when it comes to dating, right? Like we haven't been like, oh, she's like,
Yeah.
she knows what she wants, and she.
I
can
love
just take
that
it,
Sam
so.
Keith was it Wolverine Venom one though. It's
Oh yeah.
That's
See, that
awesome.
went for 20. That went for 33,600.
His teeth are so good.
Yeah. All those little nicks and knacks, those little style marks, like nobody does that shit. Like, but it works. It looks like a texture, like a skin texture. Like, look at those
Yeah.
3 little circles he does. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is a
Mhm.
crazy. He's just painting at this point. You're just painting at that point. All that hair.
He is
Which
like one of the best hairy arm renderers
Yeah.
out there. Like that's
Yeah.
like Like, what skill did you hone? I can draw some great body hair.
Now, Avery, I can obviously see brush in there, but it looks like
Yeah.
it's all brush. Or is there micron pens in there too?
There's
Or
got to be pins.
I think, yeah, but I think it's nib.
okay.
But
Yeah, up here it
with-
looks
with-
that looks like a dead line a little bit. There's little nicks up there look kind of dead to me.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. And this
But-
probably, I mean, there's probably everything.
with printing back then though, all that hair could have turned to mud.
Yeah, they as soon as they colored it, they fucked us up. You know.
I don't remember the color.
Oh, it was in
I
color.
want it like a yellow or a light background or something. I mean, I remember the cover. I remember it was Marvel Comic Presents, but I don't remember.
Well, what issue
um,
number it is? I'll look it up.
Let's look. Yeah, let's look. It's Oh, I was wrong. It's Inside Comics number 2. Inside Comics number 2. Yeah, no, Claws and Webs preview. It says Wolverine and Venom, two of Marvel's deadliest characters, face off on this cover. Keith provides this epic image as a preview of the upcoming Claws and Web storyline that was included in Marvel Comics Presents. Okay, so it was a
Yeah,
preview, I guess.
Cover's totally different. I've got it here,
Yeah.
right here.
So then I would look at Inside Comics number 2 if you can find that.
Yeah, the cover's kind of cool though. It's got Venom like busting through the title.
Mhm.
Here, I'll just send you the link. Put it in the chatty chat thing. The P chat. It's a
P-chat.
Reddit link, but you can blow up the image easily.
I've been
Oh,
blocked
Inside
by
Comics.
network.
Oh, no,
I can't look it up. It's because I have a VPN on.
with Reddit.
Yeah, it won't let me. It says I've
Oh,
been
that's
blocked,
crazy.
and it's probably my VPN.
I can't find this Inside Comics thing. The only thing I see is the actual
Let me see.
auction page.
Nope, I can't find it. I don't know if I've heard of Inside Comics.
Oh, here's okay, here. Well, I can just let's see. I can just shit. What did I just do here?
I don't remember it off the top of my head, but
I found it on eBay.
there we go.
Okay.
Let me you want me to just share my screen real
Yeah,
fast?
yeah. Sure. You
Okay.
should.
And
Yeah.
I'll show you both
window.
of these.
Yeah.
Oh crap. I have so many tabs, windows up, I can't find the right one. This would be
I know, Similar.
Okay, hold on, doing it again. I should say Reddit, right? Or Venom. Venom. But it won't let me just do it. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Or
did someone drop? Was it
Avery.
Avery.
So here's
Oh
the.
yeah, look at that.
So I could.
Oh yeah, that's not terrible. That's not too bad.
There we go. I mean, it did get muddied up though. Well, I mean, this is a photo. It's not even a scan. So I guess.
Yeah, but that cover is looks it's probably old and.
Yeah. But still cool though, right?
Mhm.
And then the actual cover for that Marvel Comics Presents is this, which is
Yeah, look at that. I remember this. That was so cool. Look at
Yeah.
him.
just a lot of stuff going on there.
Oh, I love it so much, dude. Sam Keith is the man.
Yeah, 100%.
He was one of those guys you either like really, really loved or you were just kind of like meh.
Yeah.
He was like you were either hardcore or like kind of like
Yeah, and like no one was doing whacked out stuff like that in the mainstream
no.
Mhm.
back then. You know, which is pretty amazing that they hired him, because there was a lot of awesome art that in different art styles they wouldn't use back then. Like they wanted you to draw like Jim Lee or Rob Liefeld mostly. And
Yeah,
if you didn't,
those were the house styles, and they knew those styles would sell.
yeah,
So
yeah, like they would hire some pretty terrible clones, like people that weren't like they were good clones, and you understood why those people got hired, but they were bad clones, and that you were like, what
but
is this shit?
Some of those shitty clones got better, like Dan Pinoza.
yeah, that guy's a fucking legend now. He's super good.
Oh, he's amazing. In fact, I did not like his stuff when he first started popping up everywhere. I was like, I don't like this dude's art. I don't like it.
Yeah, that just shows, though, man. Like that's what happens if you just do it all day, every day,
All day, every day for 20
for like-
years.
for like
you
30
get good.
years, and you just don't stop. You know, it's hard
Yeah,
to
he
it's
got-
hard to suck at that point.
Yeah, he got good. He got real good.
Mhm.
Look at this crazy. I'll share my screen again real fast. I was just googling some stuff. This crazy Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah, and that's a Werewolf by Night, I believe,
Yeah.
as well.
Got those chonky feet, bro. Like
Yeah,
dude's got some chonky feet all the time.
that looks so good.
Yeah, pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, he's
Cruising through a
a
lot of his.
his new stuff
there's
is just
mid-journey.
as good. Like his new
Yeah.
stuff is just as good.
Yeah.
He hasn't fallen off at all. You know.
Yeah.
He was one of those artists that he had more in common with European artists,
Yeah.
Mm.
you know? Yeah, I wouldn't
Oh,
mind
buddy.
that Max Artist Edition.
Yeah, that'd be
Oh,
so
I bet that
cool.
looks so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go back and read the Max. I saw someone just posting, just random Twitter person just
Have
posted a Max picture the other day, and I was just like, ooh, yeah, I need to go back and read it.
You've read it before, right?
Yeah, I've got a bunch of them.
Yeah, I gave Dusty. That was his first comic. I gave him the little graphic.
Oh,
novel.
that's a great one to start off with, man.
I thought
I
so.
think that might be one of the ones when I like. I had a buddy that I met in high school, and he has like him and his dad. Well, his combined collection, they've got everything known to man, like X-Men 1, Hulk, all the stuff for and the Max is one of the ones that he showed me first. I think I told you this before. It was like Max, martial law, like concrete and shit that like a lot of that like really left field shit. But Max was one of the ones that I just was like, yes, I get this. And it was a very dark and moody time of my, 15, 16-year-old life anyway. So all the Max just fit the theme. You know what I mean? Like it
Mhm.
you get dialed in real fast on that one.
Oh, yeah. They had that MTV cartoon.
Yeah. Actually, man, I need to go back and watch that too. I tried to watch
Yeah.
the Spawn animation all the way through. I don't know how
I
long
love
ago
it.
it was. Yeah. That's
Yeah, I
good.
wish the Spawn show had been able to continue.
Yeah.
Keith David was fantastic as the voice for Spawn.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, that's a big one. He died, right? He just died, right? Keith David. He died recently.
Oh shit! Yeah, I think he did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
They even,
huge.
I think they even used him for Spawn in some video games.
Mm.
Yeah, that
Probably.
guy's was an awesome voice actor.
Yeah.
He was a Arbiter in the Halo games.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, he's an awesome voice actor, dude. Yeah.
Just a voice actor.
No,
You
he's
don't know who that is?
Mm.
John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh,
He was in
okay.
They
Shit.
he,
Yeah.
he,
Yeah.
he was in They Live.
hmm Okay.
That
Gosh,
guy.
he was in tons of stuff. He was in Gargoyles,
Yeah, yep.
Mass Effect, Rick and Morty. He must be the president in Rick and Morty.
Yes, yeah.
Boondock, wasn't he in Boondocks too?
Probably.
I want to say that he. Oh no. That,
No, look up his IMDb.
yeah, I thought that was.
You've
Boondocks.
seen Todd. You've seen this dude in tons of movies, and heard his voice in tons of stuff.
Oh yeah. For sure. Just trying to think. Destiny 2, Crapopolis. That's that. Not the Justin Roiland, but the other guy from.
Yeah.
That was their NFT series.
I'm
Yeah.
not. Yeah, those guys can eat a dick.
Yeah, Masters of the Universe Revolution. Oh, he was Hordak in the new Masters of the Universe thing. Yeah, President in Pluto, man. That's right. Remember that the Astro Boy remake that Netflix did that I was raving about after it came out, which if you haven't watched, it's really good. He's one of the characters in there. He's a gargoyle, American Dad, Jesus. American Fiction. What is that? Sounds familiar. Oh, that's new. Transformers, Earthspark. I mean, dude, he did a lot of voice acting, but also a lot of movies too.
Yeah. What was that first Riddick movie? Pitch Black.
Pitch Black.
Oh, Pitch Black.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was in that.
I mean, geez, a lot of comic book stuff too. DC League of Super Pets, Marvel's Wastelanders. He was the Shadow King in that. Tons of voice acting, man. I guess I never really realized. Trying to find some he was in Creep Show. Yes. That's a series, not the old movie. Good. Yeah, a lot of stuff, man. We go way back. Ton of BoJack Horseman, Ben 10. I mean, Adventure Time. That dude was in everything.
Yeah.
That's a damn good career. Shit.
I mean, literally, this guy was just in so much stuff.
Every cult hit thing you've since the 80s you've ever liked, he's probably in something of it.
Right. Yeah.
That's cool. I'm down with
I mean,
that.
I've scrolled probably 3 full pages on IMDb, and I'm only at 2013. I mean, literally, this guy was probably doing 15, 20 things a year. Transformers the game. Jeez, man. Saints Row. Tons of stuff. He just had that voice, man.
Yeah. That's right. He was Goliath on Gargoyles.
He's just got one of those voices. Another
Yeah.
really awesome, strong voice. I can't remember his name. It's Lance. God, what the hell? And he was on that kind of X-Files show.
Lance Hendrickson.
No. He
Millennium.
played huh? No.
Millennium
It was the one with Fringe.
Oh.
He had Lance Reddick. Yeah, that dude. He did a lot of stuff too, and he had just had one of those very deep baritone black guy voices,
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh.
If it's what I'm thinking of, I think the advantage was he was a big black guy.
Oh yeah, of course.
Is it
But
the
he
guy
just
from
had
Stargate? From the TV show Stargate?
no.
Oh, because the guy who was from Stargate
Wait, Teal'c?
was yeah. He was he's Kratos in the newer games.
I didn't know that. I'm trying to think of something. I mean, I watched Fringe. If you're familiar with that, he was the agency boss dude there.
Fringe was
I
awesome.
never watched
man.
that.
Fringe
watched
was
it.
so. Dude, you should.
Fringe
it's
is
really
good,
funny.
man.
Fringe. The whole. What can I spoil a little bit for you?
Oh yeah, that's
I mean, it's not a big spoiler, but it's one of those shows. It's one of the shows where like the climax of the movie basically has like they're going to like the secret laboratory. I'm not spoiling anything, but it's all centered on Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Jacksonville
right.
does play a big part in it.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a good show, man. And like towards the end when the pieces came together, you're just like,
Yeah, Todd.
okay.
Who
Yeah.
turned you on to Fringe?
I
Who
think you did.
recommended it to you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did. Yeah. Yes, Andrew. I will continue to suck you off for it. Thank you.
Like in the Evil Dead TV show, he just wanted to go to Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, that was that's the best, man.
The one advantage is that Fringe had is they knew when the series was ending. The writers knew that they weren't going to be renewed for another season.
Right.
So they wrote an ending. They actually wrote it so that it ended.
Yeah.
And when I initially told Todd about it, I said, I love the series because when it started, it was very much a what they call Monster of the Week.
Yeah.
Like X-Files was Monster of the Week. Fringe started out that way, but it eventually found the storyline that connected everything together.
Yeah.
And when it hit that mark, it just kept going. And you're like, this is awesome. This is awesome.
Yep.
And when it ended, it was satisfying to the fans. The ending was satisfying.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I
they
totally
didn't
agree.
They didn't wrap up every single storyline, but the ones you cared about were taken care of. And that's because the writers knew that it wasn't going to be renewed. They knew they had limited time. So they said, let's write an ending.
And it was like Leonard Nimoy's last big role. And he was really prominent towards the end of the series as like a special guest star. And he was like a big
was he? I don't remember. I don't remember him.
He was the scientist dad's partner. Who was in the other world. He kept referring to him. And then finally when they introduced him as Leonard Nimoy, you were like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my gosh, what a great twist, you know?
That's a great cast. The John Noble, who's such an awesome actor, the English, the crazy dad guy,
Yep.
I love him. And that Kirk, I can't remember how you say his name, Acevedo. It was like Dunham's partner, the guy that played her original partner, Charlie.
Yep.
It was the character name. I like him too in the stuff that he's in.
Do you know the main girl in the series?
Yeah.
She was in another series and it took me a while to figure out, oh my God, that's her, was Mindhunters. Or Mindhunter. I don't think there's an S.
Don't remember that one.
But it's a Netflix show about the founding of the profilers for the serial killers.
Oh.
It's a
At the
great
FBI,
show
yeah.
at the FBI. And good God, I wish they would continue with it.
Yeah, I think it's dead.
Yeah, I think it's dead too.
I love Anna Torv, dude. Like I had a big geeky crush on her when I was watching Fringe. She is only 10 days older than I actually.
Oh, go get it.
As I see this on Wikipedia.
I see this on Wikipedia.
Go get it. Go get it.
I'm going, baby. She's an Australian actress, if I recall. What else has she been doing? Ooh, a neo-Western drama called Territory. Oh, that just came out on Netflix. Oh, I've been meaning to look at that, actually.
Well, the wife and I started a new series on Paramount Plus today. It's not new; it's been out for a while, but we're just now turning it on. It's Lioness with what's her name that played Gamora.
Oh, yeah.
We watched the first episode. It's interesting.
Yeah,
we'll stick it out. So
that's cool. Oh, going back real quick, you said that the Anna Torv, like on the show, you didn't realize. The show I didn't realize she was on was The Last of Us. She was the
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was, and she got infected and blew herself up or whatever it was. Yeah, that was her.
Yeah, it took when I remember watching that going, that she looks familiar, but I
Yeah,
couldn't
I know,
place her.
right?
But she's
Yeah.
she was very homely
Yeah,
in the Last of Us. She was
Yeah.
very much, she wasn't,
yeah.
what you're used to.
Mm-hmm.
So she hid herself very well
Yeah.
from the
Well,
male gaze.
Yeah. Well, if you're getting horny after a bunch of post apocalyptic zombie dirty ass, living living in the gutter characters, then
Yeah.
I mean that's your prerogative. But
that sounds hot. That sounds hot.
You don't like fungus zombies?
Yeah.
Ew,
And then
yeah.
we're not talking about the creatures. What's in them pants? No water, no electricity. No, thank you.
Yeah, more fungus.
Oh gosh, hope nobody's watching tonight.
Oh, don't worry.
Like literally everyone has swamp ass.
Right.
Swamp ass.
Todd could actually brag a little bit that he's got somebody in Japan watching, or China watching right now.
An international viewer.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
That's like charging somebody $1 for your product so you can say your post revenue when you're going and pitching.
LFG, let's go. Hello from the United States, China. Let's go.
China.
Where is Zach at again? I forgot.
China.
Or is it Japan?
It's just
Japan.
I'm in
It's
Japan.
Japan.
I'm
Okay.
in Japan.
Not the same.
It all
They hate each other.
it all looks the
They
same.
are not.
It all looks the same. Here, I'll be right back. I gotta get my tape.
What did you say, Todd?
Huh?
What did you say?
Nothing. Mind your
Repeat
business.
that. No. Repeat that.
I don't know. I
He
don't
said
know.
something
what you're
about,
talking
he
about.
said something about, he said something about his tit, so I
Don't
heard that.
offend Japan. Clearly superior Japan.
Yeah, let's not go down that road. History's already been there. That attitude.
I have a regular viewer from Japan.
Oh yeah.
Or is he in China? Damn it! Now I forget.
Surely.
Jesus, Andrew, they're not all the same. Don't do.
I don't think China. I don't know. Maybe they do. with
They're not
YouTube.
interchangeable, Andrew.
I don't think they get a lot of YouTubing out there. I could be wrong. They got their own. They have their own
Well,
YouTube.
His name's Hitomi, and he comes in all the time and
That
says
is
hi.
Japanese.
Okay.
Yes.
I have regulars from Scotland, and I have regulars from. I actually have somebody from Israel who comes in every now and then. We've talked about his.
We already
son.
got one of those.
I mean, it doesn't really matter anyway because Zach is Korean.
Oh God.
Are you trying to piss me off?
Yes.
Just for the record, tell someone from this part of the world that a Korean, and there's no difference between Korean, Japanese, or Chinese. And then
The only thing I've.
and then decide whether or not you want to have a broken nose, knocked out teeth, or a very large boot.
I don't understand why our live streams don't have 200,000 subs.
The only thing the one thing I've learned about Asians is they all hate each other.
Do they really?
They do.
Yes, they all hate each other, and they all hate Filipinos.
Carrots is here, and he says it's not me. I'm not in China.
This is what happens when I'm too busy to man the mute button or the kick button. It's fine. I've lost my
Hey, Chris, how you doing? We're just setting our YouTube channel on fire. Everything's fine.
Anyone want to see the photos that I so carefully took?
Yes.
Yes.
Or should I just like log off now and go back to bed because I am very jet lagged?
No, you're good, man. Well, you're jet lagged. You're still in Japan, so yeah, we'd like to see it if you're around.
Man, I was really hoping he was going to say he's in China so that we could say China.
Oh my god.
Okay,
It's
Todd,
not-
I'm going to first thing I'm going to do is show you something that I actually bought.
Okay.
Which, anyway, so here it is.
Wait. Oh, hold on. Let me.
Oh,
Solo,
cool. Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Nice.
Gundam.
Yeah, that book is awesome, dude.
I got this at the Kuno Kaniya in Shibuya, and I was surprised when it's actually printed in the good old US of A. So, make it that way.
Oh, wow.
So yeah,
Carrot,
definitely
hold on.
a-
Carrot says, sorry. Carrot says, just as I showed up, I heard everyone has swamp ass.
Nothing new there.
Nice.
I collected classic Japanese manga that was printed in the USA and now is being sold in Japan. God
That's super cool, man.
That's funny.
Yeah, but you got to say though, I mean, Yoshiyuki Tomino is. I actually know. Was it the artist for this, or just the guy who came up with it? I never can remember.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Wow.
It looks a lot like the original cartoon. And,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
All right.
Congrats, man. That's pretty sick. Do you have more books?
No, because I am broke, and I don't want to fill my house with a lot of junk that I'm never going to read.
Fair
and
enough.
Also, and I also have a very small suitcase, and it can't.
Yeah, I made a mistake. The very first time, here, let me mute you a little bit. The very, very first time I did San Diego Comic-Con, I got carried away with purchasing books, and I got back to I just would buy a whole bunch of shit and take it back to the hotel room because it was like the hotels across the street. And I got back and I was like getting ready to pack, and I realized I had bought too much to fit in my suitcase. It was just ridiculous. And I had and it was, I waited till the last minute to pack, so I didn't have time to go to a FedEx or anything. Like there was no time. I was like, what am I going to do? Like, I don't want to get rid of my clothes, but I also I'm not sure as hell I'm not leaving these books. And so I somehow managed to, I had one of those suitcases where you unzip the top and unzip the bottom and it expands a little bit, and I managed to get everything in there. And when I got off the plane, and I waited for the thing to come around the turnstile, when it came out, it had a forklift sticker on it. It said wide load. It had a full-on forklift sticker on it. But I got those books back, and half of them are sitting right behind me. So
That's cool.
Nice.
I'll never give them up, dude. It was these. Like I discovered Hugo Pratt, right? And so I got like 4 or 5 of these books and just a whole bunch of other stuff. And Hugo Pratt, I don't know if you can't see this, but dude, he's the man. So I spent way more than I should have, and I got stuck trying to get it all back.
I was really trying to avoid that scenario this time around.
Yeah, no, you're smart. You're totally smart. That is.
All right, I'm gonna. Do you mind if I present now?
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, I'm starting to fall asleep, and I'm also really.
No, do whatever you want, man.
I have to go out to dinner later this evening with my cousins, who I haven't seen in a while, so I'm a little nervous. All right.
No, all right. Share whatever you got.
Okay, just give me a minute to get my nipple clamps on.
Great.
Nice.
All right, so.
And he's still here.
Yes. Okay, so a little bit of context. Hold on, let me open up this real quick. I went to a place called Akihabara, which is a region in.
Garrett says, "Good lord."
Oh, fuck you all. You don't want to hear me talk? Then I'm just gonna hang up.
No, you're good. You're good.
All right. So yeah. So basically, it's an area in Tokyo that's historically been known for. This is where you go if you want to get like the cutting edge Japanese electronics. Fun fact: I went way back in the late '80s, early '90s when I was just a lad. My grandfather gave me some money, and I went here and I bought one of the very first iterations of the Game Boy before it came out in the U.S.
Oh, cool.
And going back even further, we actually bought the original Nintendo Famicom here. Yeah, I mean, I wish I still had it because I think that shit would be worth a lot of money right now. But it was the one that had the square controller.
Yep.
It was fun. Only problem is all the game instructions are written in Japanese, so I had to kind of figure out how to play them. But anyway, so got off at the and I went to here Yodobashi Akiba, which is, if you ever go there, is a massive, like I'm talking like 12-story building that's filled with nothing but electronics. I mean, anything and everything you could ever possibly want in electronics, and also and that includes on this particular floor stuff related to pop culture. So yeah, I'm sorry for the. I hope there's a better one. So yeah, basically
That's awesome.
Pretty much everything. Yeah.
Awesome.
See, it's such a scary place to me, man, because I feel like I would just get lost in the toys and buy too much.
Oh,
yeah.
I tried
to get there as fast as I could because I didn't want to get tempted. Yeah, it wasn't just Japanese stuff either. Okay, now this actually. So after that, I left. I had some very nice udon on the 12th floor where they had a bunch of restaurants. Udon, fried chicken, and the udon had duck meat in it. It was good. It was really good. It's also not that expensive, which was nice. Then after that, I went to a place called Radio Kaiken, which is right here. And according to the Akihabara guide, oh yeah, I did not go to the maid cafe. Thought about it, but no. This is like the spot you want to go. Well, this is like one of the spots where you want to go if you're really into anime manga culture. And it's like it was like 10 floors of just of collectibles, like everything from Magic cards to Pokemon cards to weird Japanese card games to buttons, figurines. Pretty much just think of all the stuff that you get at a Comic-Con, but it's always open. It's like the shop floor of MegaCon, but it's like an actual building and it's always open. So, I don't know why I got that. That was a mistake on my part. Yeah, nice butt crack. I'm not a very good photographer, as you can see.
That's all right.
But I do like the figurines.
Carrie, Zach Carrots is asking if this is a holiday for you. She said, "Sorry, out of the loop."
Yes and no. I came here primarily to see my mother, and unfortunately, because I'm in desperate need of money right now, I'm also working while I'm supposed to be on vacation. So I'm actually while I'm doing this, I'm actually working on a website. I mean, I don't mind, truth be told, because because I'm like I said, I actually first off, I really just want to see my mom because I'm a big mama's boy, and also because if you don't, I mean, if I showed up in here with a lot of money, I would leave with very little money, and I would feel a lot of regret later. So yeah, it's a vacation, but it's also a test of self-control and of the spirit, which I'm hopefully I'm passing. I like that. Marvel. I think that's supposed to be Free Storm. but in a be shonen sort of way.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, gotta love it. I think.
Yeah, man. Look at those.
Yeah. I mean, look at the price. I mean, 16,000 yen. That's about $70, $80 maybe.
That's not bad.
So
they'd be like $400 here.
Yeah. I mean, like I remember seeing stuff like this at MegaCon, and they were like retailing for about 400. But I think that's because they have to be imported. These are like, and and of course,
Carrot says, "No shame in that. Enjoy. I'd go halfway around the world to visit my mom as well."
Hell yeah.
Well, they also have a lot of old-fashioned American collectibles. I mean, look at these. I mean, these would be worth something in the U.S.
Yeah, those look cool, man.
Yeah,
I don't recognize those.
Those are the original like Batman collectibles, I think. They're probably repros. I mean, if they're originals,
I think they're reprinted. No, they're reprinted. The blister packs are clean, but like it's really cool style. I like that a lot. Yeah, they're making the 1967, 69, whatever year it came out. That's cool. I like those.
The problem I have with the old the 67 show is that it's become so much of kind of like a closet gay joke now that I find it hard to watch. Thank you, thank you, modern culture.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Ultraman. This brings back a lot of memories. I used to love this show when I was a kid and I was living in Japan. I don't understand a word of it. I don't understand a word of it. There's been a bunch. I remember once there was actually an American comic book version of this that came up, but it only lasted like a few issues.
There's a new Netflix series in the past couple of years. It's like a continuation of Ultraman. Yeah, it's like his son takes over the mantle.
And after this, I went into a book off, which is nearby. And Todd, you mentioned you were a fan of Berserk.
Yeah, sure.
I thought about getting this for you, but then I realized that it was out of this, or it was that you didn't read Japanese, so there was no point. So.
Yeah, that's wicked, man. Well, I get my manga collection is all Japanese. I don't have really many English translations.
Well, the funny thing is that I actually have the Google Translate app on my phone right now, and if you hover your phone over it, like it'll translate the text for you automatically. So you can read like the text by via your phone. It's a little cumbersome though.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And that's it. That's
Dude,
all.
Go back to your map. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is one location that I would definitely be at, and that is the Maid Cafe, sir. Please tell me you're going to go.
I thought about that, but I was getting late, and I wanted to avoid getting stuck in the Tokyo rush hour. Which, by the way, it's not for the faint of heart.
Oh yeah, where they're shoving you in the trains.
Well, it wasn't quite that bad, but it was crowded in there, and also, I don't know, man. I mean, just call it the old-fashioned stick up his ass Catholic in me, but. I just had I had the feeling that if I even looked at one of those places, I'd have to have a very long and complicated conversation with my priest, who would first have to explain him what a maid cafe is, what I was doing in there, and what the hell kind of penance am I supposed to pay for that?
You are enjoying a nice conversation and a cup of tea with a cat girl. I mean, it's pretty simple, and I don't think there's any harm in that, sir.
Well, I mean, I might go back, but also I just.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm just joking around, but I would definitely.
No, dude. Seriously, that's just not my thing. I mean.
Yeah. Or one of the 24-hour the mega arcades, man. That's what I really.
I walked by one of those. I was about to go in, but I was.
I think there's one called Gigo or Geigo, however you say it.
Game Panic, right here. I walked into that. It was cool, but. I felt weird going in there because Gigo's right there as well. It's right across the street from it. I felt weird doing it because I was the only person there I could see who was under the age of 50, under the age of who was basically over the age of 30, and I don't know. I'm very self-conscious.
Understood.
But the thing is, if you walk around this area, it's not just the big stores. There's lots of little alleyways in between.
Yeah.
And they sell everything from old.
I would love to go there. Yeah, I would love to go there.
Oh man, I mean, if I'm planning on going back, and I'm gonna, if we do this again next week, I'm gonna come back and I'm just gonna walk around for like a day and just take photos to show you guys.
Yeah.
I'm literally gonna try and walk every street in this area, and like take a photo of everything I see.
And two or three strolls by the Maid Cafe.
For you, Doc, I will walk.
Explain to me what a maid cafe is.
Okay, it's a cafe where you go in, and you're basically served by women, young ladies wearing kind of either frilly traditional maid costumes, or they're basically dressed up like anime characters, and they're like serving you drinks, and you're hanging out. Okay, here it is. Maid cafes have become popular. So basically, if the interrogator goes on just a drink with specially dressed service, some places are stern and formal, while staff at others might perform short. So basically, you go there, and what you're seeing is you're basically having a drink being served by people dressed up by young ladies dressed up as anime characters.
Oh, I like that. Let's go.
Sometimes they do a little show, like a little song dance thing. They'll come out and do a little dance.
It's not really my thing, because I just I like to keep moving.
Yeah.
I was.
That's just like the tip of the iceberg, though.
Yeah, I was gonna go in here, but I just ran out of time. I am definitely going back next week sometime, and I'm going to take lots and lots of photos of all these places for you. Oh, soft map. So that was my trip to Akihabara. I was only there about 3 hours. I didn't take as many photos as I want, but I think you guys got the idea of what it is, right?
Hell yeah!
Mm-hmm.
Like
if you ever get to Tokyo, come here. And I am going to go. Next week I'm going to go. Well, to the game center. I actually walked into that but I left. And this one here. Oh yeah, Akihabara anime stores. Yeah, and
how far away are you from where you're staying to
it's about 40 minutes by train.
That's not so bad.
No, it ain't. Yeah, I wish I took more photos for you guys. I promised, but I just ran out of time, and also my phone was about to die.
All good, man.
Yeah. All right. So, thus endeth the show.
Carrot says, "Is Japanese Hooters?"
No. Those places do exist, but I didn't go in there.
Here, I'm going to get something here. I got something.
It sounds like Japanese Hooters with the anime thing.
Hold on now.
Do you know Spencer's Gifts has a Hooters apparel section now? I'm sure they've had it for years, but I hadn't seen it before.
Honestly, I've never been in a Hooters. I always wanted to go, but just never had the opportunity. There was actually a scandal with Hooters. I feel like about last year they brought out new shorts for the girls to wear, and the shorts they were supposed to wear are like even shorter than the ones they're wearing up right now. And we're talking about literally like riding up their backside to the point that it's actually painful to wear. Not to mention very, very unhygienic if you're serving food.
What's this?
This is the Maid Cafe.
Oh.
Of course, they have like different ones or whatever, but yeah, I mean, it's basically just like they serve you. And
That's cool.
They do like a little. Hopefully, they have it. Yeah, they'll do like a.
So they're very like over animated kind of.
Yeah. It's just like this experience, right? And then they'll have like a show sometimes. It's just like, just something cool. I'm sure there's lots of different variations on it, but yeah, this is kind of the
Japanese thing. Are awesome.
They're awesome, man. And like these maids that are at these, I mean, like they're locally famous. Some of them, right? For this is like an art form. This is
celebrity.
This is a
like
performance. This is celebrity.
Yeah.
This is like idol status or whatever. Like they're really big on that.
Yeah, there's actually
Go ahead.
Sorry, there's actually like a store in Akihabara. I forget what it's called, but they actually have like their own in-house girl group that performs like every day.
Yeah. And then here's the Chubby Maid Cafe.
Alright.
The Chubby Maid Cafe.
Yeah, dude. They love to like theme things like
Muscle bar.
The muscle bar. I love it, man. I get like just every let's see. Oh yeah, you can rent a girlfriend as well.
What?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you can just like rent a girlfriend for the day, dude. They have conversation bars too, which is like, like you pay for the drink at the strip club and they sit and talk to you for a little while. Except here, there's no like stripping or nudity.
I will say, if I was able to get Melissa's permission and I let her know in advance, I totally think it would be worth going to Japan. And if you were going to Japan to do a rent a girlfriend service, for just to have someone friendly to like show you around the city,
Totally.
as long as they can speak English, like a tour
Totally.
guide, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
a tour,
totally.
and someone to have lunch with and chill with, and it wouldn't, as long as it was nothing nefarious. And
Yeah, 100%, man. But then they
Yeah,
have
that'd
like
be
they have
pretty
like
cool.
they have like cuddle cafes or whatever. It's like because like a lot of Japanese, they don't like the dating thing doesn't appeal to a lot of youth. That's why there's like a huge population control problem. But they still have like things just like you go in and you rent time with a girl who they have like a little like mini bedroom, right? And you like lay in the bed with her and snuggle and talk,
Mhm.
right? And then when you're done, you're done. And that like psychologically, I guess, like relieves that whatever that like that thing that you just like, I don't have this regular life. I live in my, my little one room thing and I just go snuggle with this person. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it's a different culture. That's for
Different
sure.
culture, man.
And that's okay.
And that's totally fine. I really want to go there and be able to spend like a couple weeks one of these days. It's always been probably highest on my list. I want to go to the like country and see like the more like the older cities that still have historical, architecture and stuff like that, and do all that side too. But yeah, big fan. Big
man.
fan. So Zach, are you like in the like country-ish or just like in a suburb? Is it more like a
Well, the way I would describe it is if Tokyo is New York, then I'm basically in Yonkers. Or
Okay.
if where are you located, Zach? You're in Missouri, right?
Yeah.
No, never mind.
Yeah, you would have any point of reference.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'd say. I mean, if so, or if I was in Miami, then then Nagareyama would be like Fort Lauderdale, but less sleazy.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. So it's it's just a small town. Well, I'm in Chiba, which is it's like I guess New Jersey to New York.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like this whole area is just like nothing but like one giant city.
Yeah.
I mean, with the occasional strip of farmland in between, but
Right.
if you get on the train here and it's express train and it takes about 40 minutes and you're in Akihabara, and then from there you can catch the going to the heart.
Oh yeah, I see where you're at now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So you're still within like the Tokyo metro, more or less.
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
in that area. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, but Tokyo itself, actually, the actual city of Tokyo is relatively small.
Yeah.
But
right.
the Tokyo region is much bigger. I mean, it's,
Right. Yeah.
And I went to Shibuya. I mean, I think tomorrow I'm going to head into Ueno Park, which apparently I've been warned not to because apparently there are Chinese and Vietnamese gangs mugging people there.
What?
That's what my aunt claims, but my aunt's a bit loopy, so who knows?
I don't know. It's hard for me to imagine anything considering that Japan is like the safest place on the planet.
Then I want to walk around Harajuku and take lots and lots of photos for you guys of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where they
yeah.
do. Is that where they do like the real like fashion trendy
Yeah.
kids are? Yeah.
Well, it used to be. I don't know if it still is. I mean, it's Tokyo's like anywhere else. Maybe the scene's always shifting, and I think once Gwen Stefani started singing about Harajuku girls, it kind of lost its appeal for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
But no, the Japanese fashion is a very large and complicated subject.
Oh, it's so awesome.
It is very awesome, but it's also it takes a lot of research to you just can't walk in and like pick it up. You got to like learn. I mean, for people. Well, let me put it this way: when I was flying in from so I flew from Daytona Beach to Charlotte, and I was supposed to catch a flight from Charlotte to LA and then from LA to Tokyo. However, the Charlotte flight got canceled because of a technical problem, and so I missed my connection, and I had to rebook.
Wait, because of a what problem?
Technical problem, basically, like the.
Oh, I thought you said tentacle. I was like, wait.
That is very apropos for Japan.
Yeah, I'm like, oh,
so the short version is I ended up having to spend like a 9-hour layover at LAX, and before I get aboard the flight to Haneda, and I got at LAX at 1 a.m. and there's nothing open, so I literally just slept on the floor for like 5 hours. Flew to Japan. Came here. I honestly, I just came here to see my. Oh, sorry, what was the original question? I got totally distracted there.
Just talking about Japan stuff.
No, I mean, I got here. But what I was going to say is that when I got to Haneda, I noticed that there are a lot of Westerners coming into Japan now, and I saw a lot of young Western women, Western women like flying in dressed like anime characters. I mean, like wearing like the short skirts, the high knee socks, like the teased hair. But they were like girls from like Muncie or Indiana.
Right.
And you're walking around and you see a lot of Western women like dressed, like literally dressed to the nines in Japanese style. They're basically coming here to shop. And
cool.
I mean, Japanese culture's having a moment apparently.
I think with Harajuku, right? Like that's also where the park is, where those rockabilly dancers.
Yeah, I don't know if that's still the case. I mean, that was like, I know that was big in the 90s. I don't know if it's still the case. So
I think that they're still there, bro, because I see stuff that pops up on like Twitter and stuff. I actually believe that group is still there doing their
well,
thing.
you know what? I'll find out tomorrow one way or the other.
It's Yoyogi Park.
Yeah, Yoyogi. Yeah, that area.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
I think that they're still there, man. The other part of Japanese culture that I absolutely fucking love is the Bosozoku, the motorcycle gangs.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're kind of dying out though.
Yeah, I'm sure, but I mean, like I always had like the things that they'd mod, like the way they'd mod their bikes and cars and stuff. So fucking awesome.
Well, what they're notorious for is and actually, if you ever watched Akira, I think that was. They drew inspiration from that. Oh
yeah.
But no, like Bosozoku, what they were known for is they would remove the mufflers from their they would remove or modify the mufflers on their bikes so that they would make a lot of noise.
And
they were basically juvenile delinquents and kind of they were sort of a feeder for the Yakuza. The thing is though is that they're dying out and the Yakuza are dying out. And there's a new breed of criminals coming up who are probably even worse than the Yakuza. But no, I mean, like I said, I got here Tuesday. I've been basically helping, hanging out with my mom, like doing some work, going in and out of Tokyo, and next, this Sunday, I'm literally planning on taking just a day off. Gonna head into Tokyo and probably gonna hit Harajuku first, then go to Ueno, maybe go back to Akihabara if I have time, and take more. And I'm planning on taking as many photos as I can for you guys, like hundreds of photos.
I think you deserve a day off, brother.
Yeah, man.
Well, and I know, guys. I know I complain a lot about my life, but that's just because I'm a human. I'm human, but I really do think next year is going to look up. It's going to be better because I can sense the economy's about to turn. And also, there's some things going on in my life that are actually kind of positive at the moment, but I don't want to jinx them by telling you guys.
Yeah, keep it to yourself.
and this thing we're doing, I really do think. I do really do think that if we can hustle, there's an opportunity opening up, and if we can just jump on the trampoline at the right moment and jump through that gap, we may very well land in a pot of gold.
I believe it too. 100%. I really do.
By the way, if you ever actually jump on a giant money ball full of gold, you'll break your bones. It's not like Scrooge McDuck. But even so,
Awesome.
breaking your bones on a giant money pit will be great if you can keep the money afterwards, because then you can buy new legs, like new bionic legs with like lasers and rockets, and like you can be like Astro Boy, but cooler.
I'm trying to find a
man.
good video of these Bozozoku
Oh,
bikes.
yeah,
Like
there's,
it's like a whole style, the way that they do these things. They're so legit. I mean, there's a bunch of ones with cars, but I can't find any good ones with the bikes.
Oh yeah. Well, guys, this has been a wonderful week. Anything else
shit.
before we jump?
We're already there? I didn't even realize.
yeah.
I know we were doing pretty good. Well, we got started a little late live because we were talking in the green room for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Andrew, what are you doing?
Looking around to see if there was something I wanted to share.
Yeah, you've been rather quiet this. You for all that talk about you had so much stuff to share. You've been rather quiet this time.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, did I have comics to share?
You always do. You let us down if you don't.
I haven't read any of them yet, so technically that's not.
It doesn't matter.
I got the new Teenage Ninja Naruto crossover book.
There's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Naruto book.
Yes.
Is that an IDW thing? Who got the rights to Naruto and Ninja Turtles?
Well, it's a crossover book, so I don't know whoever produces Naruto. I don't think it's IDW. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
But the art looked good, so I picked it up to give it a shot. I just haven't read it yet.
Right on.
That was it.
That was it?
No, well, the only other
One
book
comic book?
the only other book I bought this week was Rocket Fellers from Image and Ghost Machine. Francis Manipul on art.
Oh yeah, okay. How is it?
It's
How's
okay.
that?
It's good. It's all right. I don't know. I might pick up the next issue. Maybe we'll see.
Carrot says, "Do you guys know a comic artist named Alejandro Aragon?" I don't think so. I want to look him up. Let me look him up. Who is he? Carrot? What kind of stuff does he do?
Dark Horse Comics. That's the first thing that pops up. Oh, this is cool.
Hold on.
I'm just looking on the whatever his entry is for the stuff he's done on Dark Horse.
Oh, his stuff looks dope, dude. Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar. Resonant. He does something called Resonant.
Death Orb Midst.
Yeah, this looks great. Wow. It's the European style is so good. We should let me share this. Hold on. I guess
I see this resonant. This resonant cover.
Resonant. He says
pretty crazy.
He says, "No idea. I was just buying a comic to buy and saw he did the art on it. I'm mostly comic clueless, so I figured I'd ask the pros. Resonant is the one I was looking to buy. It looks great from what I can see. I mean, he got me interested in it.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got.
Yeah, man, these covers are insane that I'm looking at.
Yeah, he looks. What is this? Is this a Resonant? Is that a? What
I don't think
company
that's
is
not.
this?
Is
It's
that
Vault
right?
Comics. That's why. Okay.
But then those Dark Horse covers that like the one with the guy in the little Da Vinci pose, the T pose there, I think is pretty cool too.
Yeah, Vault is an interesting company. They do some really good stuff. Yeah, it's probably. I mean, I don't know the. I don't know the artist or the writer, but I'm gonna guess that it's a pretty good book. Vault does put out some really good stuff.
Yeah. Okay. This looks crazy. I'm looking at an interior, and it's it's a girl on crutches with one leg approaching a shady cabin in the woods. Perfect. Like the crutches she found on the ground.
I want to see share screen. Go window.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm looking at like interiors here.
Yeah, this looks pretty cool. Yeah, this the artwork on the cover. Anything that the cover really sells the book.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there she is.
yeah, she's pretty cool.
Yeah. Cool character. I mean, potentially, right? I guess that's her. It's got the bow and arrow too.
Feels a little Walking Dead a little bit.
I thought I just saw. No, it's 28. He did some 28 Days Later books.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Isn't those the covers? The color on the covers considered, what's it called? Neo-gay coloring or something?
The bisexual coloring.
Bisexual lighting.
Yeah, bisexual lighting.
It's
Yeah,
just more like it just looks like it's more colored for like UV.
a lot of
Honestly.
red, a lot of red and purple.
Yeah, but I think that's more. I mean, look, here's 28 Days Later. I think it's more the problem with that whole bisexual lighting thing is that that's actually a really cool style. Like if it has blue and purple, it's like
Yeah, but you can overdo it.
for sure. But it is a style. I don't read it as like a gay signal thing. You see, it's just the coloring style.
It was around long before they
Yeah,
tried to claim it.
yeah. It's This looks really good. Oh, he did the Expanse comic too. That's cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, I still got to play that video game. They did like some of the former Telltale series. They did like one of the storytelling type games with the Expanse. But it's
did they?
Yeah. It's centered around Drummer, who's my favorite character anyway.
Drummer's awesome. Yeah.
Fucking love her so much. And it's like it's a like kind of a prequel story, but it's supposed to be really good. And there's a Star Trek one too. I'm not sure if it's the same studio, but it's all former Telltale people. That's also supposed to be really good.
Yeah, Karis, it looks pretty good.
I'm still playing through the Telltale Walking Dead games.
Yeah.
I just play a little bit every day till I hit an achievement for my daily achievement, and then I stop.
Yeah, that's cool.
Avery, have you ever played the Fables Telltale games?
The Wolf Among Us?
No.
Yeah.
Yep, I did.
No, I can't. They took them down.
Really? Okay.
They might be back up because that stuff's getting worked out. But they were in Game Pass. Like I could play it for free. I didn't have to buy it. But they're not there anymore. Just the Walking Dead games.
I played that one.
I know they made a comic of it. I know people.
I played it. It was good. That was the first one that they came out with. I think I played that one. I played the Batman one, and Game of Thrones, which were all good. I'm not sure if I actually wound up finishing any of them, but I got pretty far in them, and I enjoyed playing them.
Now, does like the Game of Thrones? Does it follow the show or the books, or is it something completely separate?
Follows. It's like a side story that is, canon accurate. But it's like it takes place when other stuff's going on, and some of that merges in and out. Like between you play like a house, you play like the heir to a house, and it is like I think it's like that it is in the books. Actually, because they're not really mentioned in the show at all. It's like a minor house. You play the heir to a minor house, and then there's some parts where you play, I think. Like this is when it's set, like when she's in the desert city, she's kind of running that show. Like you play, or leading up to it, you play something that kind of happens, like you're a bandit or a mercenary and some stuff that goes around that storyline. It's good though.
There's another Game of Thrones spin-off series, TV series coming out called
Yeah.
The Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Oh yeah, I still haven't
Watch
watched season 2 of the Dragon one.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, we're way.
Oh, it's very
I-
enjoyable.
I lost total interest in it because I tried watching it. Just the characters they don't stick.
Honestly, I think my favorite character in this series is Damien, but he goes through some trippy episodes in which you think he might be drugged the entire time, so he's seeing visions and seeing shit, and it's not him. It's him dealing with these visions of things he's seeing that may or may not be there.
Dude, you gotta warn spoilers.
Oh, spoiler! Sorry.
I'm very spoiler adverse, bro.
Sorry, it wasn't really
Yeah,
a
all good.
spoiler. It was just it's
I
still
know,
good.
but any
good.
yeah, it's like too easy most of the time to figure out what the hell's going on in shows. So, like, even if I'm like scrolling and I catch, like, if it's like an episode and everyone's talking about it or whatever, and I'm scrolling, I read so fast that I'll pick up on like 2 keywords and be like, fuck. Then I have to like unfollow accounts or fan pages. And just
I'll be
shit.
honest with you. I like to watch trailers, but I hate trailers that pretty much show you the entire movie.
Speaking of trailers, did you guys watch Popeye the Slayer Man that I posted in the Discord?
No.
Okay, this is one I'm certain we can share and not get a copyright. I'm pretty sure on, because I don't know where this is coming.
Let's go for it. Who gives a shit? Let's go.
I mean, I don't believe that this is like a very small indie studio. I don't think they're looking for this, right? Okay, this
By
is
the way, just as FYI, I'm going to say the Carrots because he was talking about The Expanse. Like, yeah, I love The Expanse. I discovered The Expanse from the Amazon series, and I loved it. Melissa and I loved it. And once they canceled, we watched all 6 seasons, of course. And then once they canceled it, we started on the books, and I think we're on volume 5 or 6. So
That's
we
cool.
got a few more left. But yeah, like that's our trip. Like every time we take a trip, we listen to their books, and we just
Oh,
talk through
cool.
it.
Oh, that's
I
really
love it.
cool, man. That's
Yeah.
cool.
It's so
Speaking
good,
of-
man.
Speaking of trailers, has anybody seen the live action How to Train Your Dragon
I
teaser?
saw a still.
What's so crazy about that is in the original cartoon show, the animated show, the dragon, Toothless, looks so realistic. I mean, it looks as he's animation, but he looks great.
Yeah.
In the live action, he literally looks just like the animation.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like they didn't add anything to him.
Oh.
Because he looks so real.
Okay. In a good way. It looks the same in a good way.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it totally 100% toothless. So.
Oh, cool, man. All right, guys. This is like only a minute and a half long. Oh, wait, it didn't ask me about the video or the audio here because I'm not on freaking Chrome. Tell me if you can hear it. Anything?
Nope.
Damn it.
You gotta share the tab.
But see, I had to switch browsers because I was doing stupid stuff here. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Did he leave?
Yeah, he's coming back. He's just switching browsers.
Yeah.
Carrot says, my daughter is super excited about How to Train a Dragon. She has a tattoo from the film. That's cool.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna show my kids. My daughter, one of my daughters just got into dragons. So I think those animated movies are perfect for
Oh,
her
How to
right
Train
now.
Your Dragon? They're awesome. Dude.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
And if you've seen the animated TV series, it fills in the gaps in between the movies.
Oh.
It does. I mean, because like in the second movie, there's a group of pirates or bad Vikings that are introduced. Their whole story was introduced in the TV series.
I see.
A lot of the characters were introduced in there, and it's like, you don't have to watch the show,
Yeah.
but it bridges the movies together.
That's cool.
Yeah,
right on.
it adds more to the stories.
Yeah, we just watched a little thing because we got this pirate streamy site thing. but it was something they did. It was like a little 30-minute Christmas thing, and it's like advanced 10 years or whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let me fire this up. Popeye the Slayer, man. Oh wait, can you punch me up there, boss?
Yes. One, two.
All right.
What the hell is all this stuff for?
It's the equipment I checked out for my documentary.
Oh, is this that pirate man thing you were going on about in class?
Sailor Man. Tonight's the last night we can get inside.
They're, aware of the charming stories circulating about this place.
I don't believe in ghost stories.
He's not a ghost. The Sailor Man is real. He doesn't take kindly to visitors stopping at his doorstep.
If she's just doing some school project, then why won't she just pick the phone up? Yeah, what should I do? She said they're going to be at the old candy factory, right? Let's go down there.
Do you know why the factory closed down 20 years ago? There was a spinach contamination.
Sorry, Drew. I forgot. This is not your speed.
Oh yeah. What? Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is also what can happen when copyright enters like public domain. I'm assuming.
like the Winnie the Pooh
terrible.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Winnie the Pooh people are about to do like a bunch of movies on things. I think they're doing a Bambi or something also.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty
So
ridiculous.
Doc, is that an actual movie or is this just some AI bullshit?
I mean, I'm assuming that it's a real movie. I don't know. It's from I got it from some Twitter account called Bloody Discovery.
Yeah, no, it's a real movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Just one of those like super B horror movies. I love that. I used to love that shit though. I like B sci-fi better, but yeah. So hope you enjoyed that.
That was very nice.
I'll probably watch it eventually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some good movies coming out. I'm really interested to see what happens like once they start bringing AI and everything, but that'll be
AI has the potential to radically improve the production value of indie films.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Oh my god, the next couple of years, guys, is gonna be crazy. It's just gonna be nuts. But anyway, so do we have anything else for the night? You guys want to share anything else?
No,
I'm good.
Well,
I'm actually about to fall asleep again. Jet lag is a bitch.
well, yeah, Zach, you take it easy, brother. Take the day. You got this.
Yeah. No, unfortunately, I got see we're 14 hours ahead of you right now, so technically I'm still on the clock in the US. So I got shit to do and money to make.
Yeah, man. We're sitting planning. We're already working. We've been working for 2 years, preparing for next year with Adult Fantasy and with everything else, and it's like, oh my god, like I don't know. I'm excited and I'm terrified. I really am. I'm scared to death, and I'm also very excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild, man.
It's gonna be wild. Yeah. Anyway, guys, love you all. Carrots, thank you so much for stopping by, brother. And everybody else, love you. God bless. Have a great weekend. And yeah, we will talk to you soon. Have a good weekend. And until then, peace out. God bless. And see you.